The PGA Tour comes to life on SiriusXM. It's your destination for everything on the tour. Hear live hole-by-hole coverage and expert analysis. PGA Tour Radio, SiriusXM 92.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. David Gus Bell, better known as Buddy, played over 2,400 games in the major leagues, mostly with the Cleveland Indians and Texas Rangers. During that time, Bell hit 201 home runs and added over 1,000 RBI, en route to compiling 2,514 hits. An impressive career for a player taken in the 16th round of the 1969 amateur draft. The native of Pittsburgh, who played high school ball in Cincinnati, also suited up for the Reds and Astros near the tail end of his career, but he never had the opportunity to face major league pitching in the postseason. Bell holds the dubious distinction of having played the most games in the major leagues during the era of divisional play without ever getting a sniff of October baseball. Ferguson Jenkins is the first Canadian-born baseball player to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. The native of Chatham, Ontario, got there because he was a dominant pitcher for the Chicago Cubs, earning 6 straight 20-win seasons and taking home the 1971 Cy Young Award as the National League's top pitcher. A 25-win season with the 1974 Texas Rangers was his high watermark, and Fergie finished his 19-year career with 284 wins, over 3,000 strikeouts, and he walked less than 1,000 batters. Yet for all his greatness, Jenkins also never had the chance to play in the postseason. After beginning his career in 1965 with the Phillies, he also served time with the Red Sox, as well as a second tour of duty with both the Rangers and Cubs, retiring after the 1983 season. Jenkins was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1991. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
SiriusXM has soccer covered end to end. SiriusXM FC. Hear live play-by-play and talk shows hosted by legends of the game. It's SiriusXM FC on Channel 157.
I'm Zach.
They're up 16.
We're just getting started.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
It's the beginning. We just got started.
I'm excited to see those guys being together and to have our full roster available. You know, I know how much everybody worked and what we established during the summer. And now we're really excited to see those guys. I don't want to have any kind of like prejudice or expectations. I just want to observe. I want to learn what that group can bring, how they're going to start gelling with each other. And it's not going to be one night. It's not going to be one game. We'll need more time for those guys to start clicking. But definitely very excited to see all of the guys kind of like start being in their roles.
That, of course, is the voice of Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic as the Raptors get set to play host to the Milwaukee Bucks. And that's the kind of clip that you would have anticipated hearing heading into the first game of the regular season. But unfortunately for the Raptors, it has taken until game 36 for Toronto to have a fully healthy roster and an intact starting five. If we go all the way back to the first week of October, when the Raptors were in training camp in Montreal, we were discussing a starting five of Jakob Poeltl, Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and Grady Dick. And it has taken until the first week of January 6th to be exact, to finally have that starting five in place for the first time this season. Those five that I just mentioned will be on the floor. And then that, of course, impacts your second unit, your rotation, and so many of those guys that have played key roles over the first 35-odd games of the season will get pushed a little bit further down the depth chart. And so many of those young players, like some of the rookies, of course, we talk about Mobo and Shed and Battle and others. How many minutes will there be for those guys when a second unit will likely now comprise of Ochai Agbaji goes from the starting lineup to the second unit? Of course, you've got Bruce Brown, and you've got Kelly Olynyk, and probably Davion Mitchell. So it's a new-look Raptors team in many senses, and they will get a stiff test tonight against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Tip-off is coming in a few minutes' time. We're going to step aside for the commercial break. When we come back, we will get Jonesy's keys to victory, and then we will get the starting lineups and the tip-off between the Raptors and Bucks on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank. This is how we fan. Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors, right here on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or pickles and syrup.
Is that a thing?
PB&J.
Pickles and syrup.
Oh, boy.
Kintec footwear and orthotics.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask. Put on your beach puffer and hear the sound of the waves crashing over the chatter of your teeth. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
Warm up your winter with incredible vacation deals with redtag.ca. Escape the cold now and save up to 65% on thousands of getaways to sunny destinations like Cancun, Punta Cana, Jamaica, Aruba, and more. Say goodbye to winter blues and hello to paradise with redtag.ca. Don't wait, these savings won't last. Sunshine is calling. Book today at redtag.ca or call 1-866-5REDTAG. Certain conditions apply.
With redtag.ca.
Travel made easy.
Check out 32 Thoughts, the podcast, brought to you by the GMC Sierra AT4X. Where some roads end, other journeys begin. With off-road suspension, selectable traction modes, and up to 14 available camera views, the Sierra AT4X is engineered for the roughest terrain. So, when you're faced against adversity, will you brake or break through? Experience the peak of premium off-roading today at gmccanada.ca to see the Sierra AT4X.
Nobody likes January, so limber up and get on down to St. Louis Bar and Grill for all-you-can-eat boneless chicken for only $19.99. When your great Uncle Leo sends you that card with a 20 in it, you may have been wondering, what am I going to do with $20? Well, sport, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to eat a lot of chicken.
Ooh-wee.
Because for a limited time, there's also no tax. For just $19.99, you can go to town on all the boneless you can handle.
All you can eat boneless for only $19.99. Only at St. Louis Bar and Grill. Dine in only. You are welcome.
Experience amazing now at Don Valley North Lexus. Right now, lease the 2024 TX350 from just $698 per month for 28 months. Includes a $2,000 delivery credit. Or choose from Canada's largest selection of Lexus demonstrators with offers you won't want to miss. Now is the time. And Don Valley North Lexus is the place. See website for details. Expect excellence.
At Don Valley North for Lexus.
A proud member of Wayne's Auto Group.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back inside Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you as we await the starting lineups for the Bucks and Raptors. The anthems are in the book. It's Indigenous Heritage Night here at Scotiabank Arena. And there will be a special ceremony at half. But before we get to that, it's the Raptors and Bucks going toe-to-toe as Toronto looks to get back on the winning track. Let's go over to Herbie Kuhn and get the starting five for the Bucks.
A 6'11" forward, number 34, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Out of Baylor, a 6'6" forward at number 12 is Taurean Prince. From Stanford, a 7'1" center, number 11, Brooke Lopez. Out of UConn, a 6'7" guard, number 44, is Andre Jackson Jr. And from Weber State, a 6'3" guard, number 0, Damian Lillard. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks is Doc Rivers.
All right, there you have it. Milwaukee Bucks come to town with a 17-16 record.
Do people, I think I've told the story before, but people ask how Glenn Rivers got the name Doc. Is it a basketball camp? in Marquette, where he went to school. He's a Chicago kid, but Rick Majerus, the great Rick Majerus, head coach, saw him at basketball camp and saw him wearing a Dr. J shirt. And he wore it for like 3 days in a row. And so Rick Majerus nicknamed him Doc. And it stuck.
Well, Dr. Jones,
I have no prescriptions for wins. I'm sorry. But I will.
Do you have keys to victory?
I do have some keys that might help you get a victory.
Does one of them have to do with turnovers?
Number one, and surprisingly, not just with Toronto, Milwaukee tonight, 20th in the NBA in turnovers. So if the Raptors, who are top 5 in fast break points, can take advantage, they might have something shaken. Number 2, you got to look after Giannis. You got to slow him down. Number 1 in individual fast break points. And Doc said he's great in space when you pitch it ahead to him. So that would be number 2. And lastly, for Toronto, you really have to rebound against a bigger team.
The keys to victory brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. We'll shout them out again in a second as we get the Raptors starting 5.
Fred, bringing the saga to the 6. It's time for number 9, R.J. Barrett. From Maryland, the Wildcat moving 0 to 100 swiftly. You know who? IQ, Emmanuel. Quickly. Hold it down in center. Wearing the big number 19. Mr. Double-Double. Let's hear it for Jakob Poeltl. The kid from Kansas. Wearing number 1. You know the name. Make some noise for Grady Dick. And your Raptors NBA All-Star at 6'8" from Florida State. Make some noise for your boy, Scotty Barnes. Head coach of the Toronto Raptors is Darko Rajakovic.
There you have it. Starting 5 for the Toronto Raptors as we're about a minute and a half away from tip-off. Again, to go back to Jonesy's keys to victory, brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. So thanks again to the Ontario Honda dealers. And Jonesy, when we talk about the turnovers, you mentioned them being a little bit high for the Bucks as well. I wonder, I'm not trying to give the Raptors a built-in excuse. I'm wondering if it's an actual factor to watch out for, that this is the first time. Yeah, there have been practices. Yes, there was a training camp. But the first time all season having these 5 together, I'm going to be interested to see how they mesh and gel right away, and if there are any signs of slippage or rust or whatnot because they haven't had a chance to play together.
Well, you know, there's a part of me that says, if you thought the turnovers were bad before, just wait now that you have your actual starting group together and it's time to play. I just hope they're aggressive. If they're making mistakes or they're having turnovers created because they're aggressive, I'm good with it. It's the overpassing, trying to be too cute, trying to be too unselfish. I'd rather a guy take it as opposed to try and make a play that's not there.
Raptors take to the floor in their white uniform, trim with the red and a slight edge of black. Milwaukee in the green uniform with the white and the off-white, the kind of cream color, as the Bucks have that looming presence in the middle of Brook Lopez. The big man, he's got the length and the size even over Jakob Poeltl, but he can stretch it out and shoot it from the perimeter too. Prince, Antetokounmpo, Lopez, Jackson, and Lillard for the Bucks. And again, Barrett, Barnes, Poeltl, Quickly, and Dick for the Raptors. And we are set to go. Milwaukee controls the tip. It'll be Lillard in the backcourt to bring it across center for Milwaukee. Over to Lopez, out on the far wing, 1 foot inside the arc, covered by Jakob Poeltl. Into Giannis, over in the far corner to Jackson, who misses the triple. Raptors get the rebound and get a stop to start the game.
That's the guy you want shooting 35% from three, only 40 from the floor.
Barrett in the lane, got deep penetration, floated one up, missed. Milwaukee with the rebound, and here come the Bucks, their second touch. 30 seconds into the ballgame. Lillard out to Lopez. Here he is, stretching it out, but he misses the triple and down low. Giannis trying to battle two Raptors. Can't squeeze. It goes out of bounds off his fingertips. Raptor ball.
Man, we're around big people all the time, but Giannis is scary. Like, he is just he is just flat out scary.
His legs seem like they start at his armpits.
6'11", 260, and runs like a deer.
Barrett driving, cut off on the block near side. Gives it up to Perto, who flicks his wrist and floats up a one-hander from about 9-10 feet. Raptors strike first, 2-zip. Lillard turns the corner on the near side. Got by Pirtle. Jackknife pass out to the perimeter. To Giannis, to Lopez, back to Giannis. Three ball. Rolls off the rim, no good. Raptors with the rebound. 2-0, Toronto leads.
It was a good look for Giannis, and that's what you want to entice him into.
Barrett again tried to drive, then throws the over-the-shoulder pass. Far side to Quickly. Stop and go. Cut off by Jackson in the far corner to Grady. Along the baseline comes Dick. Kicks out on the near sideline to Barnes. Shot clock down to 6. Barnes goes all the way over on the far side. Cross-court pass to Barrett, who missed the three. Rebound to Giannis. 2-0 Toronto. Minute 40 gone by here, opening quarter. Giannis cut off by Barnes. Kicks it out on the perimeter on the far side. Now it's Jackson inside the arc. Goes back out to Prince. Prince inside toward the baseline, far side. Missed the corner jumper from 18 feet, maybe 16 feet.
Well, he shot it.
Raptors still lead.
He shot it on the move, and that's what you want if you're Toronto. No standstill threes for him.
Quickly cut off in the lane by Lopez. He kicks it out to Barrett, far side, goes back over to Quickly. Pirtle sets the screen, quickly comes around it, weaves through traffic, fires a pass, back out to Scotty on the perimeter, near side, missed the triple. Boxed out by Lopez was Pirtle, and Brooke controls, taps it to Giannis, who comes across center. Giannis now driving, went left, spins right, stops on a dime, lost his footing, and they're going to say a foul on Barnes. That looked like Giannis just fell on his own feet.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was off balance. I think the push from Scotty, although not big, caused him to lose his balance, but they're not even going to call the foul on Scotty.
Oh, they're getting it on Jakob Pirtle.
They got it on Pirtle, who was standing in front of him.
So Milwaukee gets the ball on the baseline. .9:40 to go here in the opening quarter. They inbound to Jackson, to Lillard on the near side. Drive toward the free throw line. Gave it to Jackson. Back to Lillard. Straightaway three ball is good.
Man. Straightaway three with Quickly in his kitchen.
Yeah, it wasn't wide open by any means.
Quickly was on the shooting hand with a contest right where no shooter wants it, right in your vision, on your shooting hand, gliding by you. Didn't phase him at all.
Bucks' first bucket gives them a 1-point lead at 3-2. 2:40 gone by here in the opening quarter. Pirtle into the lane, looking to pass off, and he gets hit. If that's not a foul, the ball was at least deflected. You got to be kidding me. That's terrible.
I didn't see it. I was looking at Scotty in the corner.
Milwaukee ball off the alleged Raptor turnover. Far elbow, Giannis got into the paint a bit, then leaned back at the free throw line, and off 1 foot, he buried the jumper over Scotty Barnes.
That's tough when he catches it at the elbow and the pinch post there. You got to deny that catch because he's too hard to stop and the cutting is too good off him.
Quickly out on the far wing, caught the pass from Grady, now backs up towards center, comes around a Pirtle screen, frees himself, turns, fires, and drops a north side three to tie the game at 5.
Really good execution on the screen roll. Milwaukee not in great coverage that time.
Lopez up top, hands off on the perimeter to Prince. Prince now drives into the painted area, tried to go back to Lopez in the far corner, and the pass too far ahead, and the Bucks turned it over.
He was anticipating Lopez sliding into the corner, and Brook planted his feet and right away put his finger up, said, that's mine.
5-5, 8:20 to go first quarter. Barrett has it. On the near side, Prince was holding his hand, no call. Barrett gets away from it, then bounces a pass down low to Yak, and that one's knocked away. Out of bounds, out of Pirtle's hands. It'll stay with Toronto, 9 on the shot clock. 8-12.
A lot of chatter between the officials and the Raptor bench already. Dare I say, with Jason Goldenberg and Tyler Ford, you're not going to get a lot of leeway.
Do you get a lot of leeway with many refs, Jonesy?
Well, some of them will at least talk to you. I know Nanzel, the guy on the other side, he'll at least talk to you.
Barrett in the lane, leans in on Prince. Lopez was there as well, but they're going to get Taurean Prince on the foul and send R.J. Barrett to the free throw line.
Nice job by R.J. Slow dribble into the lane, just kind of continuing to slowly advance, and eventually got the foul.
Misses the free throw, Barrett. That one rattled a couple of rims and popped out. He has missed 5 of the last 8 games due to an illness, but it sounds like he's good to go and certainly back in the lineup tonight, and that's a good thing for Toronto, as Barrett unfortunately misses the second free throw, 0 for 2, but Grady Dick slides in to steal away the rebound, keep the possession alive for the Raptors, and floating one up and in as he drove toward the paint was Emmanuel quickly, and the Raptors lead 7-5.
Really nice job by IQ again, not just hanging on the outside.
Now he puts some pressure on Lillard out towards center, knocked the ball away from him briefly, then picks up Lillard on a deep triple far wing, missed the shot, but the Bucks track down the rebound. Jackson tips it to Prince. He missed that 3, and Pirtle has the rebound. Milwaukee shooting just 2 of 9 to start the game, including 1 of 7 from distance. Barnes hands it off to Pirtle, skipping through traffic, scoops it up and in high off glass, and the Raptors lead 9-5.
Oh, nice footwork by Jakob. Left-hand footwork for a right-hand shot.
Lillard to Lopez, back to Dame. Over to Giannis below the far elbow. Leaning in on Barnes as he went left, came back right, cut off. 2 defenders there, open for the jumper. Lillard straight away, missed it inside the arc, but the rebound goes right to Giannis, who immediately catches, drives, and finishes on the layup.
I don't know why you wouldn't throw the ball into Giannis on every play.
I agree with you. Barrett through the paint, curled around Prince, missed the scoop. It came off the rim into the hands of the Bucks, and Milwaukee has a chance to tie or take the lead. Lillard with the floater, took contact, and he's going to go to the free throw line. We've got a timeout. The Bucks will have a chance to tie it after the break.
He saw Grady retreating and got him to reach for the ball, but Grady's got to be smarter on that, and Lillard did a nice job of selling the contact.
And Jonesy, to the point you made about a minute ago, right now, the official, Bretton Ansel, is over talking to Darko Rajakovic, as Darko's basically saying, my guys are getting hit on the other end multiple times, and you're blowing the whistle for guys getting hit with feathers or getting breathed on the other end. And Ansel at least listened.
He did listen, yep.
6:42 to go in the quarter. Raptors leading 9-7. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
Ugh, these vacation prices are really adding up. Flights, hotels.
Are your vacation plans going off-road? I'm a Sunwing financial advisor, saving you money while giving you more.
Did you say fly-nancial advisor?
Yeah, Sunwing financial advisor. There are thousands of us across Canada cracking the code on vacation savings so you can crack open that SPF.
Huh, that makes so much financial sense.
Book with your local
Ball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back to Scotiabank Arena. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 6:42 to go in the opening frame. Raptors leading the Bucks 9-7. Jonesy, you've had basically 5 minutes. What do you think of the starting 5 together for the first time this season?
Not bad. I don't know how much of it is Milwaukee shooting or their defense, but they seem to be playing hard, getting in the gaps. Giannis has 4 of the 7, and Lillard has a deep 3, but otherwise, you got to be happy with what you've seen so far.
This group, this fivesome, since January 1st of 2024, so a little more than a calendar year, has played only 14 games together. They are 7-7 in those 14 games. They've played only 234 minutes together.
That's crazy.
Out of the timeout, Ochai Agbaji checks into the ballgame for RJ Barrett. RJ is under a minute restriction tonight, according to Darko. He told us that pregame. As again, he has missed 5 of the last 8 games with an illness, so trying to get back into game shape. He's the first one to check out with Ochai coming into the ballgame. Raptors leading 9-8 as Lillard went 1 of 2. And a beautiful pass to a cutting backdoor along the baseline. Scotty Barnes finishes on the alley-oop from Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah, great play. They ran the screen, and Giannis cheated. And Scotty, with a good read, ended up with an easy dunk on the lob.
That's the first bucket of the game for Barnes. Milwaukee almost throws it away on the offensive end. And now Barnes takes it away from Giannis down the floor. Look out. Yes, sir. A little extra sauce on the barbecue right there from Scotty Barnes.
Well, did a great job. The steal on Giannis right out in the open.
And another Milwaukee turnover as Toronto comes the other way and quickly opts to pull up for a 3 and gets blocked from behind by Jackson. It feeds the Bucks offense, and Taurean Prince drops a 3.
A 1-on-4.
Barnes looking to answer back, can't do so on a triple, and Milwaukee grabs the rebound with the Raptors leading 13-11. Jonesy, Raptors had a 5-point lead, a chance to go up 7 or 8 before quickly had his shot blocked. And now Milwaukee looking to tie it, and denied at the 10 was Giannis with a big-time defensive stop, the block from Barnes. Here comes quickly on the near side toward the baseline, threw it up too hard off glass, it popped out of the 10. Driving on the near side. Poeltl got in front of Giannis, cut him off. Giannis kicks it out to Jackson for 3, buries it, Bucks go up by 1.
Well, as you said, Eric, you get a dunk, you got the crowd into it, you make a steal. If you work for a good shot, it's maybe a different story.
Up 5 with the ball, could have been up 7, and suddenly now it's a 6-0 Milwaukee run, and you're down 1. You just missed another shot, you could be down 3 or 4 right here as the Bucks come. Lopez taps it to Giannis, who gives it to Prince. Prince weaves through traffic, drives to the 10, lays it in, and the Raptors now trail by 3. And Darko's calling a timeout.
A good timeout. Good timeout. 6-8-0 run against you right away. You stop the train, throw some water on it. But if you're Toronto, you got to be careful with this Milwaukee team just because of the pace they play at. They're a team that doesn't, they're about middle of the pack in terms of scoring. And if you get into a slow game with them, it's going to be tough to run them down if you give them a big lead.
16-13, Raptors down 3 with 4:25 to go in the opening quarter on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Jan owns a home and a restaurant fusing French and Mexican cuisine. But she is fusing no more because her ovens have gone kaput. She called Alpine Credits, who sent their speedy superhero. With her business loan approved, her ovens were quickly fixed. The hero even had some of her poutine nachos. Yum! Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
We'd rather sell it than count it. It's Vision's Electronics Inventory Clearout. TVs, appliances, home audio, and more. All heavily discounted until it's gone. And we'll beat any price by 15% of the difference guaranteed. Plus, you save even more when you pick up in store. And take up to 3 years to pay interest-free. Vision's Electronics Inventory Clearout is on right now. See all the deals at visions.ca.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 4:25 to go, opening quarter. Raptors trailing by 3. It's 16-13. And Toronto shooting 40% from the floor. The Bucks at 43%. Apparently Miss Universe is in attendance tonight, Jonesy. Gonna have to see if we can hook up our guy JR.
Eligible bachelor.
You know, we haven't busted that out in a long time. I used to have that, right? Gord Stellick, for years, had thrown the tab on me of Toronto's most eligible bachelor, and I've been off the market for like 20 years now. So maybe that's what we need to start sticking on JR. Toronto's most eligible bachelor.
The 590 bachelor.
5'6" and full of fury. But don't worry, ladies, I'm joking. He's actually 6'6". 4:05 to go, opening quarter, and the Raptors just turned it over. Not the way you want to come out of a timeout as the Raptors trailed by 3. Some changes on the floor for Milwaukee and for Toronto. We'll clean up the lineups in a minute as the Bucks work it around on the perimeter. Green has it right now. A.J. Green at the free throw line, spins away from Grady and buries the jumper from the elbow.
That's what you want A.J. Green to do. Put it on the floor, not let him catch and shoot.
Pirtle over to Grady, out on the far wing. Comes around, dips around the Pirtle screen, lobs it back to Yak. Too high, sloppy pass. Pirtle bobbled it. Down the floor come the Bucks off another Raptor turnover. Milwaukee leading by 5 as their run continues. Jumper inside the arc, far corner on the baseline. About a 17-footer for Ryan Rollins. And now the Bucks lead by 7 on a 12-0 run.
Grady's pass had a little bit too much air under it.
Shed. First guard off the bench, Jonesy. Not Davion Mitchell. And Grady just airballed a 3 from the far sideline. I think he's coming out of the game. Milwaukee trying to keep this run going. It's 12-0, and it stays that way as Green misses a triple from the far sideline. Olynyk and Barrett, the 2 Canadians, getting set to check in at the next whistle. Pirtle sets a screen for Shed. He comes around and gets down toward the block on the near side. Threw it up off glass, bad angle, missed it. Milwaukee with the rebound. Raptors have dipped down to 35% from the floor. Portis has it. Out to Giannis, back to Portis on the near side. Portis holding the ball, covered by Brown, to a cutting Rollins who lays it in. It's a 14-0 run.
Got to be aware.
And a 9-point Bucks lead.
Got to be aware on the weak side. Nobody cuts through the lane. Nobody cuts across your torso.
Deep triple straight away. Grady missed that one. And Ochai couldn't squeeze. It's tracked down in the far corner by the Bucks. And it'll stay with Milwaukee as 2:08 is on the clock. Barrett, Olynyk check in, as does former Raptor Gary Trent Jr.
Well, Grady with a long 3 there. When you've had the water shut off, giving up a 12-0 run, you need to get a basket. You need to drive it. You need to get it inside. You need to do something to help ease the difficulty of the next shot.
Under 2 minutes to go now, opening quarter. Giannis went left, comes back right, fires a pass on no look into the far corner to Portis, who buries a triple. It's a 17-0 run. Raptors went from up 5 to down 12. Barrett into the far corner. Ochai 3 missed that one. Raptors can't squeeze. Here comes Trent. Trent Jr. across center. Dribbles over toward the far sideline, slows things down, waits for his team. Olynyk knocks the ball away from Giannis, picked up by Toronto. They force the turnover. Ochai gets behind the defense, dunks it down, and finally ends the Milwaukee run.
I was talking to a member of the Bucks travel party who said they really like the way Ochai has developed in Toronto.
25-15, it's a 10-point lead. Portis, 3-ball, again on a frozen rope. From pretty much straight away, he knocks it down.
He is a dangerous guy. I think he's a key for the Bucks, the way he plays.
28-15, Milwaukee leading by 13 on a 20-2 run. Olynyk bobbled the ball, got caught in his legs. He picks it back up, now finds Barrett, who spins in the lane, floats one up in traffic, and got it to go.
Nice job. Right, you need a bucket, get it inside, get it into the painted area. A tough shot, but at least close to the basket.
Rollins on the near side. Had the ball knocked away by Brown, but they say he caught some of the wrist and or forearm. It's a foul on Bruce Brown with 45 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. First in the last 2 minutes for Toronto, so it's simply sideline out of bounds for the Bucks, not free throws, as Barnes is going to come back into the game for Ochai. Abaji sits down with a couple of points and a rebound in 6 minutes of action. Bucks get it in. Lopez hands it back to Rollins. Rollins trying to shake free from Bruce Brown. Game clock down to 37 seconds. Shot clock at 8. Raptors get another turnover as Shed steals the pass away to Barrett, cutting down the floor. Dunks it down with the left-hand cram. Raptors trail by 11.
Deflection all started by Bruce Brown. And then the Raptors alert 50-50 ball, get in the passing lane.
And as I prove yet again, I can't do math. It's actually the Raptors down 9 as they force another turnover. And they get behind the defense again, but Bruce Brown couldn't track down the pass that Shed gave to him. And now Shed saying, I should have lobbed it to you instead of trying to do a 25, 30-foot bounce pass low to the ground.
Tougher pass, but as a guard, you're taught that. You throw the bounce pass. Bruce Brown shares some of the blame trying to catch that on a dribble. It's skidding. 2 hands and then start your dribble.
10 seconds to play. Last shot time for the Bucks. Toronto could have had it down to 6 or 7 if they got a bucket a moment ago. Portis, 3-ball near side, missed it. Good stop and rebound for the Raptors. Barrett gives it to Barnes. He heaves it from the opposing three-point arc and misses. But Toronto will go into the second quarter trailing by 9. At least they got it down to single digits, Jonesy, after trailing by 12 and giving up a massive Milwaukee run in the middle of the quarter.
Well, let's see if they can piece it together. Going to be probably a low-scoring affair the way both of these teams are playing right now. Let's see if the shooting from Toronto at least picks up a bit.
The run was 17-0 or 20-12, depending on how you want to look at it. It wasn't good, but the Raptors trailed by 9 heading to the second frame on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
Orthotics!
Footwear!
Orthotics!
Footwear!
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or pickles and syrup.
Is that a thing?
PB&J.
Pickles and syrup!
Oh, boy.
Kintec footwear and orthotics.
We are summer. Are you ready?
It's coming soon. North America's largest indoor boat show. The Toronto International Boat Show. There's so much to see and do. Kids 16 and under are always free. Life is so much better with a boat. January 18th to 26th at the Enercare Center.
We are summer. Are you ready?
We are summer.
Toronto Boat Show.
Visit TorontoBoatShow.com.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the second quarter. In the timeout there in between frames, the Raptors game ops staff put the tribute video and the little thank you on the board for former Raptor Gary Trent Jr. And he tapped his chest and waved to the crowd, showing his thanks and appreciation as the Raptors start with the ball to begin the second frame. Trailing by 9 as Barnes has it out on the perimeter far side. Now trying to drive on Lopez, got to the baseline, stops on a dime. Jumper is good for Scotty Barnes.
Nice move by Scotty, really nice move, and I'm good with the mid-range. Just give me the 2.
3's better than 2, but 2's better than 0. Far sideline, triple, no good for Trent. But Portis tracks down the offensive rebound, misses on a hook shot over Scotty Barnes, and the Raptors come away with the rebound. Barnes across center. Whips a pass, far sideline over to Quickly. quickly now, trying to weave through some traffic, gives it up to Barnes on the perimeter. Toward that far sideline now, Scotty gets inside the arc at the free throw line. Spins past Lopez, cut off, goes back out on the perimeter to Kelly Olynyk. Show, go, but the scoop no good as Olynyk misses the layup.
Really great move by Kelly, just needed the finish.
Lillard, sidestep, thought about the three, Bruce Brown right there. He gave it up to Trent, gets the ball back as Dame now works on a double team with Brown and Barrett. Goes into the corner to Green, to Lopez on the wing near side. Three ball up and over. Kelly Olynyk is good for Brook Lopez.
Well, you know, people laughed that year when Lopez went to the Lakers and he started shooting threes. Boy, how has it helped his career since?
Helps the Bucks take a 10-point lead. Driving on the near side quickly was cut off. Gary Trent right there got a hand on that ball to knock it away from Quickly. It stays with the Raptors, though, 13 on the shot clock. Just under 90 seconds gone by here in the second quarter. Barnes getting down to the block on the near side, trying to work against Lopez as he turns, fires, and gets the bucket again on the fade.
Scotty's developed that as one of his better low post type moves, even if he's not right on the block.
That one was from 12, 13 feet. Bucks come the other way. Barrett all over Green on the near side.
Right on the block.
That one was from 12, 13 feet. Bucks come the other way. Barrett all over Green on the near sideline. Doc Rivers wanted a whistle, didn't get it. Milwaukee keeps the possession going. It's down to 5 as they get it to Lillard, who got a step on Brown, gets into the paint, then fires a pass to Lopez in the corner. Three ball, no good. The rebound into the hands of R.J. Barrett. His third of the game as the Raptors come across center. Quickly, near side. Jumper over Green, no good. Rebound is missed by Portis, tracked down by Barnes, but he doesn't squeeze. He tried to tap it out to Brown. It's taken away by Trent. Raptors trailed by 8, 31-23. 9:40 to go in the quarter.
Wow.
Entry pass from Lopez to Portis. Dunks it down softly. Bucks lead by 10.
Good old-fashioned high-low basketball. Seal, reverse the ball to the high post. Scotty Barnes has got to touch the ball. I didn't like the last possession.
Well, he just touched it right here.
Yep.
And he touched glass as he lays it in.
He scored 2 in a row. He's hot. And you opt for a contested sidestep drifting three. Give the guy the ball.
Milwaukee coming right back. Deep penetration in the heart of the lane. Dame Lillard got the floater to go. Milwaukee leading by 10, 35-25. Quickly bounces a pass to Barrett. Barrett, covered by Green, crossed him up, gets into the paint, bumped as he's falling toward the baseline, threw it up at the rim. Good job there by RJ as he's going to go back to the free throw line.
Well, they sit on RJ's left hand as if that's the only direction he can go. Yes, he favors the left hand, but as we just saw there, he can cross you over, get to his right.
Bruce Brown checks out of the game, scoreless in 7 minutes as Jacoby Walter now comes in. Barrett at the free throw line, Jonesy misses another free throw. He's 0 for 3 from the line. In fact, he's the only Raptor to attempt a free throw. So the Raptors 0 for 3 as a team now make it 1 for 4 as Barrett hits the second. And the Raptors trail by 9. That was the same deficit at the end of 1. Lillard has it out toward the far side, comes back toward the near side as he came around a screen set by Lopez, got into the lane, took some contact, and to the free throw line will go Damian Lillard as Kelly Olynyk gets called for the reach. It's Barrett, Barnes, Quickly, Olynyk, and Walter. Lopez, Lillard, Portis, Green, and Trent Jr. 8:48 to go in the second quarter.
If a guy like Lillard beats you, I mean, you're playing that explosive three-point shot. If a guy like Lillard beats you, follow him, like try to regain, but don't foul, because hopefully you're guiding him into traffic or somewhere where you have help. Don't bail him out by fouling him. I mean, this guy misses a free throw about as often as you pay the mortgage.
Jonesy, I think the Raptors are trying to match up a little bit here. They just took Quickly and Barrett out of the game. Barrett wasn't on the floor long in his second stint. And is it trying to go against Milwaukee, who's gone a little bit smaller with Green, Lillard, and Trent?
Well, you got perimeter people, yes, and you've got Shed, who's a pretty good defender out there.
He's got it right now as he finds Olynyk on the perimeter. Hand off to Ochai. Ochai went right, came back left, was looking to pass. Milwaukee got hands on it, but the Raptors pick up the loose ball as Olynyk gets into the paint, floats one up, missed from about 8 feet, went off the rim and into the hands of the Bucks. Here comes Milwaukee. Lillard across center. 8:20 to go in the second. Comes around a Lopez screen, steps into a three near side, missed it. Raptors with the rebound. Jacoby Walter across center. Walter wearing that 14 for the Raptors. Goes over to Barnes. Barnes again goes at Lopez. Elevates for the jumper. Far side. Knocked it down. And Scotty is starting to put together a solid ball game here.
He is. And that's why he should touch the ball, even if he doesn't shoot it, and make a decision on a lot of your offensive sequences.
Only player in the game on either side in double figures. Barnes has 12. Raptors, though, trailed by 9. After that 15-footer for Scotty, Milwaukee comes back the other way. Lillard misses the triple, and now they call Bobby Portis for coming over the back, a loose ball foul, and it's going to go the other way into the hands of the Raptors.
Pretty good defense by Ochai on the three-point shot by Lillard.
$7:46 to go here in the first half. Daniele Franceschi coming up with the halftime show. 37-28 as Shed brings it across center. Shed gave it up to Scotty out on the far side. We'll see what Scotty does right here. Again, trying to go at Barnes, or excuse me, at Lopez. Whips the pass down low to Pirtle, who goes up and under, left to right, gets the bucket and the foul, and a three-point opportunity coming for Jakob Pirtle.
Really good ball movement by the Raptors. Milwaukee kind of in no man's land. Two guys guarding the ball. They didn't have the rotation behind. It's so tough when you're doubling around or below the foul line.
Pirtle misses the free throw. Raptors as a team 1 of 5. They trail 37-30. 7:22 to go here in the first half. Portis came along the baseline, dropped it off down low. Lopez couldn't get the shot to go. The Raptors were all over the big man down low. Walter just screwed up the pass. He was looking to give a two-hand bounce pass to a cutting Ochai. It dribbled through his fingers. Raptors lost the ball, and now on the defensive end, they block a driving Lillard, but in trying to save it on the baseline, Pirtle runs into his own teammate Walter, and it will stay with Milwaukee with 18 on the shot clock. Man.
That's all right. I'm okay with the hustle. Keep that effort up.
3 ball for the Bucks. You got to be kidding me.
Well, A.J. Green, a shooter, you have to know how you're playing. Are you locked and trailing?
Jonesy, you just got to stop. Out? You would have the ball.
Yeah. But your defense has to be consistent. You can't let down on a guy who's a shooter.
Another pass from Barrett to Pirtle. This time Yak got blocked, and Milwaukee comes away off the Raptor turnover. A chance to increase their 10-point lead, and they do on a deep triple from straight away for Lopez. That thing was about 28 feet, and the Bucks lead by 13. Raptors call the timeout. The Bucks have matched their largest lead, even though literally 30 seconds ago, less than 30 seconds ago, they had it down to 7 and had a chance to have the ball.
So it goes. And like I said, I'm going to go back and make sure your defense is in order. The Bucks are shooting 50% from the floor, and they're 8 of 19 from distance. Toronto, 1 of 10. There's 21 points right there in the difference.
And Jonesy, those 8 are exactly half of their total field goals made. 16, 8 of them from distance. 43-30, Milwaukee leading with 6:32 to go in the second quarter. It's Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary.
What's up, Raptors fans, basketball fans from all over the world? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight for the Toronto Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh boy, I don't know how I feel about this one tonight. It was a good start to 2025 with the victory over the Nets, but against the Magic, not so much. Let's see if we can get back on track and bring some of that optimism for the new year that Scotty Barnes was talking about post-game on New Year's Day. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit that like button down below. Share the link out so we can get more We the North Raptors fans and basketball fans here hanging out with us, chatting it up. Thank you all. We'll see you back in the chat. Go Raps, go.
Orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics. You get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or pickles and syrup.
Is that a thing?
PB&J.
Pickles and syrup!
Oh, boy.
Kintec footwear and orthotics.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 6:32 to go in the second quarter. Raptors trailing 43-30. Toronto breaks free from the huddle with Ochai, Grady Dick, Jakob Poeltl, R.J. Barrett, and Emmanuel Quickley. Quickley, no assists in the ballgame right now.
It would help if the Raptors made some shots. They're 14 of 42. Sorry, 14 of 33 for 42%.
I wish I could blame you for being bad at math. That was just bad eyes.
It's a good drive. Just watching the drive by Quickley where he was fouled. Did a nice job crossing over. I like this. Get to the basket. Get some free throws.
Well, 20 of the 30 have been in the paint. So Toronto with 2/3 of their points thus far around the 10.
But that's their identity, right?
Yep.
And play to your strength.
43-31 as Quickley hits the first free throw. Takes a deep breath awaiting the second. He's got 6 points in the ball game. As that one is up and in. Raptors again trying to mount the comeback. They had a 5-point lead early in the ball game before giving up a 17-0 run, and Milwaukee hasn't looked back since. Leading by 11 as we approach the midway point of quarter number 2. Giannis around a screen set by Green gets into the lane, kicks the pass over to Trent in the near corner, and Gary Trent Jr. buries the triple right in front of his own bench.
It's really tough to help off the strong side. You're probably best to have the help come from somewhere else.
And now Quickley back in the lane, tried to scoop one up. It's going to be a goaltend called against Giannis, as Toronto will be credited with the deuce, trailing by 12.
Giannis waving his finger like the late Dikembe Mutombo. No. In that, I thought I got it clean.
46-34, Bucks on top. Lillard, right to left around the perimeter, over to Giannis. Giannis straight away, trying to drive on Ochai. Took about 2 steps in, kicked it out to Lopez, who fires in another triple from the far wing.
Giannis racking up all these assists from simple drive and kick. Got to stay attached.
7 assists in the ball game, 6 rebounds, only 4 points, but it doesn't matter as his team leads by 15. Running floater good from the far side. Barrett got it from about 10 feet.
I think Pat Delaney's talking to
as Giannis dunks one down.
He's talking to Darko about how to guard Giannis. I couldn't get it out before Giannis got the dunk.
51-36. The lead is 15 for the Bucks, largest of the game. Quickly tried to come around a Poeltl screen, lost the handle, tracks down the loose ball. Now driving, gets hit, and there's going to be a foul going against the Bucks. I think it's going on Gary Trent Jr.
Yeah, Gary Trent Jr. from behind, and he's saying, I stood straight up.
Doc Rivers saying the same thing.
Well, and again, we've heard these terms before, and all of a sudden, they disappear, right? Non-basketball plays, unusual launch angles. It's all well and good in September, but it seems like it's a different story once the games start. And if you're the Raptors and you get a chance to take advantage, go ahead.
Well, Jones, you were talking about the assists for the Bucks. How about 15 assists on 19 field goals? And Giannis, for all intents and purposes, has half of those with 7 of the 15 assists.
Well, again, I think Pat Delaney was talking to Darko about, listen, if he drives, let's try to contest him at the rim. You're probably not going to have much success in that, but they're 10 of 21 from distance. They're outscoring you by 27 from behind the arc.
They lead by 13, 51-38 after Quickley got both free throws. 4:45 to go here in the first half. Barrett digging in on Prince, who now gives it up. Rollins crosses up Barrett, fakes the pass as he gets into the paint, scooped one up, missed it, and Barrett held his ground.
Right, Barrett holds his ground, nobody helps, there's no kick out.
Barnes back the other way in the paint, fouled by Green, and Scotty Barnes will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Sometimes you say to your guy, hey, man, that's your guy.
You got to guard him.
Guard him.
Yep.
Guard him. Hold him. Check him. And if he drives, then go with him. Contest the shot. Make him miss. And get the rebound. There's your stop. You don't have to steal it. Contain, challenge, contain, contest, rebound. That's where your stop comes. And, sometimes a guy gets in the gap and you help and he pitches it out to an open shooter. No, that's your man. Stop him.
Well, the issues continue at the stripe for the Raptors as Barnes missed the first, but he hit the second. 51-39, Raptors trailing by 12. That foul on A.J. Green was his third, so he is checked out of the game. Quickly just picked the pocket right there of Rollins, but Rollins spun into the potential turnover and tracked down the loose ball to keep the possession alive. And then he gives it up as Gary Trent gets into the lane and fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line as the foul will come in against Grady Dick.
Got to step on Grady, and Grady will learn over time how to use angles and steer people towards where if I do get beat, there is help.
Well, Grady right now, Jonesy, I'm not picking on him, just pointing out the numbers as we talk about guys needing to learn and adjust and get used to new roles and whatnot. 0 for 2 in 12 minutes. No points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. .4:15 to go in the first half. Free throws were good, both of them for Gary Trent Jr. Milwaukee's lead is 14, driving on the far side. Left-hand scoop. It played Plinko around the rim. I think it hit it about 5 times before it went down for R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, good drive. He got running start, playing off the catch on the dribble handoff with Quickly.
And after the 0 for 3 start, Barrett is 4 for his last 4, 9 points, 4 boards in the game. Raptors trail by 12, but again, they suck in the paint and allow an open look on the perimeter for Gary Trent Jr.
Giannis again had a little position. Grady went to dig and all of a sudden didn't get it.
Raptors respond on the other end with a deuce. Another one for RJ as he got into the lane right at the 10, and a little pass from Barrett in close quarters. RJ is up to 11 points. That triple moments ago, the 900th of the career for Gary Trent, as Brook Lopez just missed badly on a triple on the wing near side. Raptors with the rebound. Barrett gives it up to Barnes. Barnes on the near side, inside the arc, trying to go to work now on Trent. Double team comes as Lopez steps in. Scotty turns, fires off 1 foot, missed it. Looked like Lopez baited him into that one.
Yeah, that might have been the easiest one he had, though, as Gary Trent wanted no part of the physicality.
3 minutes to go in the first half. Entry pass from Lopez to Giannis. It looked like it was a clean block, and a late whistle comes in calling a foul on Scotty Barnes.
I thought Scotty had a lot of orange, although maybe he got the wrist and it slid up to get the ball.
56-43. It's Milwaukee leading the Raptors, and a couple of free throws coming for the Bucks after the timeout. On Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the...
Hey, basketball fans, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight here on Toronto Sports Insider while we listen to the Raptors take on whoever they're taking on tonight. We really appreciate you being here, hanging out with us, chatting it up, cheering on We the North. We need all the help we can get this season. It has not been a good season so far. Please share this link out as well. We're trying to build a community of Raptors fans here. We got it with the Leafs. We've got it with the Blue Jays too, but it doesn't help when the team isn't doing so hot. But hey, we're working on it. Raptors are working on it. We'll see you back in the chat. Go, We the North, go. Thank you for being here and hitting that like button.
Or pickles and syrup.
Is that a thing?
PB&J. Pickles and syrup.
Oh, boy.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 2:58 to go in the first half. 56-43. Raptors trailing by 13, and it could be more in a couple of moments as the Bucks are going to have a couple of free throws.
Well, this is a game against... It's going to be tough to come back for Toronto. They're going to need a burst. They're going to need some, dare I say, some help from Milwaukee. You have some experienced championship guys on the floor. Portis, Giannis, Brook Lopez. When those guys are on the floor, they've been to the top of the mountain. So you have to really know what you're doing if you're going to run those guys down.
So again, just under 3 minutes to go as Giannis heads to the free throw line. Thought somebody just tapped us on the shoulder, Jonesy, as they were walking by, and it turns out it was just the tail of the Raptor thwacking us. And now he's offering massages along press row here, Jonesy. Why don't you get in on that action as Giannis misses the first free throw?
No, then you'll hear me snoring on the air. Put me right to sleep.
True. Antetokounmpo with the second free throw coming. He's hearing it from the Toronto crowd as he missed the first but knocked down the second. And it increases the Milwaukee lead to 57-43. Quickly across center, 11 points in the ball game, 1 assist, 1 board. Finds Pirtle. Now on the perimeter, it's Barrett. RJ's got 11 in this first half as well. Raptors actually have 3 players in double figures, but they trailed by 14. Barnes inside the arc, far corner. Getting down toward the block, turns, fires on the baseline over Gary Trent. Missed the shot. Milwaukee with the rebound. A bucket here would be their biggest lead of the game, whether it's a 2 or a 3. Far wing, Portis on a frozen rope. It's good. It's a 17-point Milwaukee lead. Near side, baseline. Quickly to Pirtle in the heart of the lane. Floats one up. Raptors get a deuce back.
Yeah, need the defense, though. Milwaukee 50% from 3, 54% from the floor.
60-45. Lillard around a Portis screen. Stops on the wing near side. He's above the arc, goes up top to Portis. Portis to Trent. Trent turns the corner, gets into the free throw line and fires back out to Portis, to Prince. Back to a cutting Portis. Up and under, right to left. What a play by the Bucks. The ball movement was sublime.
That's good ball movement.
And now an offensive foul on the other end. A charge whistled against Emmanuel Quickly as Toronto will turn it over for the 6th time and give Milwaukee the ball with a 17-point lead and 1:46 to go until half.
Interesting that the ball never got to the other side on the last possession for Milwaukee, but their passing and cutting was so crisp on the ball side.
Trent on the block near side, turns, fires off 1 foot, the fade no good, standing rebound to Pirtle. Fires ahead to Quickly, who gives it up to Barnes. Barnes across center to Ochai, far sideline. Ochai now picked up by Antetokounmpo. Barnes pushed off on Lillard, didn't get called for it. Milwaukee did not touch the ball. Barrett thought that they did. He could have kept it.
Somebody did touch it.
Well, it wasn't Milwaukee. Barrett let the ball go, and it goes into the backcourt, and that's a sloppy turnover for the Raptors, their 8th of the game.
It might have been touched by a Toronto player, but never leave it to the referees. And I don't say that disparagingly.
Well, just a little.
If that ball's going out of bounds and you can get it, get it.
Yeah. Portis, hands off to Trent. Cross court, left to right, above the arc to Giannis. Scotty slapping at that ball, trying to stay attached to Giannis. Trying to drive on Scotty now. Double team comes in quickly. Looked to pass out and got picked off by Barrett down the floor. RJ to the tin, lays it in. And Giannis hurt on the play. I don't know if he hit the rim or the net with his right hand. He immediately came down holding onto his right hand, looking at that right thumb, it seems, as Doc Rivers calls the timeout. Milwaukee fans collectively holding their breath. We're going to keep it here with 58.9 seconds to play. Raptors trailing by 15. Giannis goes and sits down on the bench, being tended to by the training staff. we're getting a look at the replay. I think it maybe got caught in the mesh, Jonesy, or did he hit the rim?
I think
he hit the rim.
He hit the
and
rim.
It's his pinky, not his thumb.
His pinky went 90 degrees perpendicular to the...
It didn't look like it was dislocated, though.
No, to the line of the knuckles.
If you've played basketball, I mean sports in general, you've probably dislocated at least one finger, which I've done twice, and broken, I think, 4 or 5 fingers. I'm sure you've done the same. I'm sure the arthritis is going to feel real good when if I'm lucky enough to make it to 70-something. Probably going to have fingers that look like E.T.
All you have to do is look at athletes, especially ones using the bare hands, baseball, basketball, football. Man, guy holds up his hand and his fingers point in 5 different directions.
58.9 seconds to play. Milwaukee will have the ball coming out of the timeout, leading 62-47. Raptors up to 50% from the floor, but they have been outscored on the perimeter by 33.
Giannis has some tape around that pinky on the right hand, but he keeps looking at it.
And now Ochai Agbaji is called for a foul against Dame Lillard, as Lillard was trying to drive. And now Dark was saying, hold on a second. If it's a foul, which I don't like, that certainly wasn't on the shot.
Well, they said he had 2 hands on the ball and he was about to gather.
No chance.
But yet, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, RJ's in the lane, bumped by Jalen Brunson. We thought it was an and one, and they said, no, he hasn't gathered. The consistency is the thing that is sorely lacking.
Raptors down 16. 50 seconds to go in the first half. Bucks with 35, now 36 and counting in this quarter. They lead by 17, matching their largest lead of the game as Barnes brings it across center. Scotty with Giannis in front of him. Crossed up Antetokounmpo, came over toward the far wing, bobbled the ball, picked off by Trent, who taps it to Giannis, back to Trent, down the floor, lays it in, 19-point lead, defense feeds offense.
A live ball turnover turns into a 2-on-1 or a run-out, actually. There's no way to defend those.
Raptors have coughed up 13 points off turnovers in this first half. 9 total turnovers. Quickly towards center. Double teamed and gave up the ball as he dribbled it into the backcourt with the pressure from Lillard and Giannis. Another sloppy turnover for Toronto.
Well, bad spacing there. You have a screen coming, a guy's brought towards you. That center line's another defender. So you're actually in a triple team.
And now the Bucks have a chance to hold for the last shot. Game clock's down to 7. Portis comes up, sets a screen. Lillard goes around it, gives it back to Portis. Driving down Main Street, the floater rolls off the rim into the hands of Pirtle, and that will do it to close the half. But Milwaukee puts their foot down in the second quarter as they put up 38 points in the frame, and they lead by 19 going to the break.
Again, the shooting. I mean, Raptors' shooting percentages come up, but it's about the defense. It's about trying to and finding a way to slow Milwaukee down.
Daniele Franceschi coming up with our halftime show. Then Jonesy and I return for the second half. And the Raptors will be trying to do the comeback thing again with Toronto trailing 66-47 at the half on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
I don't want to say I'm a big deal, but I am a superhero. I love helping people consolidate their debts, and that's what I did for the Smiths. I took their bills and zoom, wha-bam, zap, turn them into one low monthly payment. No, the sound's not necessary, but it's part of the fun.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
We all know things tend to break when you need them most, like your furnace breaking down in the middle of a cold snap. That's why Enercare is offering a free furnace checkup for homeowners in the GTA. That's a $99 value. If your furnace has any issues, our Enercare experts can fix it, or we can get you a new one as soon as the next day. Don't get stuck shivering. Keep your home comfortable with Enercare. Terms and conditions apply. Visit enercare.ca.
Enercare, experts at home.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
What's up, Raptors fans? Thank you so much for being here tonight during the Raptors game. I just wanted to stop and say thank you for being here, because just by being here, you are making a difference at SickKids Hospital right here in Toronto. Every single month, we make a donation, which is a percentage of our revenue here at the channel, and it goes directly to SickKids Hospital. We're over $6,500 raised in 8 months, and with the college football playoff successes and what we're about to see with the NFL playoffs, and what we're seeing with the NFL playoffs, oh my goodness, it's going to be so much fun making that big time donation in just a couple of months. Thank you for being here. Let's have fun in the chat. Keep it classy and go Raptors, go.
17-0 run. Raptors went from up 5 to down 12.
Welcome back inside Scotiabank Arena here in downtown Toronto. The Raptors trailing the Milwaukee Bucks 66-47 at the half. Welcome in to our courtside halftime coverage with yours truly, Daniele Franceschi. You're listening to our Raptors halftime show, brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Get performance and get in the game with the Civic Hybrid. Available now at your Ontario Honda dealers. And yes, indeed, the Raptors facing a 19-point deficit at the break. Milwaukee, a handful of guys in double figures. Giannis doing his part with 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists, on the hunt for a triple-double tonight. Damian Lillard also in double figures with 10. Gary Trent Jr., the former Raptor, playing his first game. Yeah, that's right, his first game in Toronto after departing the Raptors to join the Bucks last off-season. He's in double figures off the bench tonight for Milwaukee. Of course, the big news in Raptorland today, it's the first time all season that you've had a complete roster, frankly. The full complement of weapons and toys at disposal of head coach Darko Rajakovic. It's also the first time since March 1st that we've seen Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, and Emmanuel Quickley share the floor together. And Scotty Barnes has been leading the way on the offensive end. In fact, all three of Barnes, Quickley, and Barrett, the BBQ trio, are in double figures, yet the Raptors find themselves stuck 19 at the break here tonight against a Milwaukee team that has had a really interesting season, right? Started 2-8, then went 12-3 going into the NBA Cup final. They win the NBA Cup, and since that point, it's been a little bit of a Jekyll and Hyde act with this Bucks team, but they are above 500, and of course, they do have Giannis and Damian Lillard, both of them active tonight. Even without Chris Middleton, this is a quality NBA team with certainly championship aspirations. Giannis doing his thing, Damian Lillard doing his thing, as the Raptors find themselves stuck 19, 64-67 the score here at recess. When we come back, we'll take a quick break. When we come back,
we'll take a peek and check in on our NBA out-of-town scoreboard. 9 games in the association tonight, 8 of which are currently ongoing right now. You're listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
You there, have you tried Subway's new Snackwich bundles?
Whoa, you're a bundle of energy.
But they're just $5.
Okay, chill.
There will be no chill. Get a toasty turkey ranch Snackwich with crispy potato rings. It's a bundle of a deal.
Oh, sounds tasty.
Or a hearty soup with a honey mustard ham Snackwich on ciabatta. It tastes like a bundle of joy.
Yes, I get it.
It's delicious and $5 at Subway.
Okay, bundle me in.
Price and participation may vary. Extras, taxes, and delivery additional. Expires February 16th, 2025.
Are you going to say it?
Yes way.
At Newboro, we develop unique plans so people can unlock the equity in their home. Unique like this one. It's called the Aaron and Catherine Plan. Aaron was in the middle of selling his small business and wanted to pay off some debt. Truth is, big banks are not too keen on small business. So we developed a plan that was the perfect fit. Because as we see it, you're anything but small. Reach out today. We'll work side by side to unlock the equity in your home.
Use your home to get a loan with Newboro.
License 13115.
No two people learn the exact same way. So how did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? We thought of you. All of you. Take Sierra. As a visual learner, she uses Babbel's wordplay videos. Malcolm gets his accent right with Babbel's speech recognition.
Sur le point.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Right now, go to babbel.com/radio to get 60% off. That's BABBEL.com/radio for 60% off.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.ca. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll benefit a child and get a maximum tax credit.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today, and your car can be gone tomorrow.
You missed the boat on Bitcoin, but financial freedom is still within reach. For a mere $19.99, you can get all-you-can-eat boneless chicken at your local St. Louis Bar and Grill. And for a limited time, there's no tax on restaurant meals and beer. Maybe treat yourself to something nice, like an extra garlic dill sauce. All-you-can-eat boneless chicken for only $19.99. Visit St. Louis Bar and Grill today. Dine in only. You are welcome.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back inside Scotiabank Arena, just a few minutes away from second half action as the Raptors trail the Milwaukee Bucks 66-47 at the break. And the Bucks right now having a little bit of fun, shooting contest, filling the rim with basketballs. Yeah, I mean, they were filling it up in the first half, that's for sure. They had their way offensively against the Raptors. Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the way. He's on track potentially for a triple-double. Interesting, when you watch Giannis wear, and he's got his jersey underneath, I was going to say, it's almost like he doesn't wear his uniform. Like the jersey, you can't even, it's not visible whatsoever. It's in fact underneath the sleeveless t-shirt, or how would we call it? The, the tank top that he's wearing. That's right. Thank you to J.R. Manitat, producer extraordinaire, sitting courtside with me here at Scotiabank Arena. Eric Smith, Paul Jones will have the call of the second half in just a few moments' time. But why don't we check in on our NBA out-of-town scoreboard before we get to second half action here at Scotiabank Arena. The 76ers at home tonight, trailing to the Phoenix Suns. And that one is in the third quarter. Portland and Detroit locked in a tight one. That is also in the second half. Meanwhile, at halftime, the Knicks trailing by 2 at home against the Orlando Magic, and the Pacers with a healthy 16-point lead over the Brooklyn Nets at halftime. And, of course, the late game tonight between two teams that have been ripe for drama recently. The Miami Heat in Sacramento to take on the Kings tonight. That's the late one. It tips at 10 p.m. Eastern time. You know, to be truthful, to be honest, I thought the Raptors did an okay job against Giannis in that first half. He didn't have his way in terms of the scoring department, but man, It's evident how impactful he is because he can have his fingerprints on every aspect of the game without even having to score the ball. Like, even Damian Lillard, casual 10 points, and you almost didn't notice him at times throughout the first half, but it's the turnovers. The Raptors need to do a better job in the second half of mitigating turnovers, and I think there's going to be some growing pains, evidently. First time all season where you have a complete roster at the disposal of Darko Rajakovic, and you're seeing him kind of work through rotations and try to find groups that fit, develop chemistry. I think the best piece of advice, if he even cared what I had to say, would be this: find a way to have one of Quickly, Barrett, or Barnes on the floor at all times. That's the benefit of having those three guys healthy and active together. Get one of them on the court at all times. Eric Smith, Paul Jones coming your way in just a few moments with second half action. I'll be back after the ball game. You can catch me, Daniele Franceschi, once the final horn sounds, and we'll have post-game coverage. In the meantime, enjoy the second half. You're listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of your Toronto Raptors.
Scott McGilvery here. I've done hundreds of home renovations over the years, and I'm particularly careful about what I put under the floors. On my projects, I use DMX One Step 2.0. This easy-to-install underlayment has an air gap design that allows moisture to evaporate, and it doesn't require wood subfloors, which can be a food source for mold growth. DMX One Step 2.0 can be used under most vinyl or laminate floors, so whatever you choose, you know your investment will be protected. DMX One Step 2.0. No mold, no cold. Find it at the Home Depot in Rona.
Check out 32 Thoughts, the podcast, brought to you by the GMC Sierra AT4X, where some roads end, other journeys begin. With off-road suspension, selectable traction modes, and up to 14 available camera views, the Sierra AT4X is engineered for the roughest terrain. Experience the peak of premium off-roading today at gmccanada.ca to see the Sierra AT4X.
This year, warm up to winter in Ontario, to romantic trips, cozy cabins, warm up to some cool adventure, skiing, ice climbing, skate trails, snowshoeing, chill out by a fire, sipping ice wine, going to a food festival, or a resort. Winter in Ontario. We're warming up to you. Plan it now at destinationontario.com.
At Newboro, we develop unique plans so people can unlock the equity in their home. Unique like this one. It's called the Jacksons Plan. Christopher and Gabrielle's son is off to school to play soccer and study engineering. Go Quinton. They were juggling the cost of school, their current debts, and needed a specialized plan of attack. So now, while others only dream about goals, Quinton can score them. Reach out today. We'll work side by side to unlock the equity in your home.
Use your home to get a loan with Newboro.
License 13115.
It's your business. You built it yourself. Let Rogers Sports and Media help to make it grow. There's now an easy way to get your business on the air with our radio station or our entire audio network. It's called Rogers Sports and Media Ad Manager. Designed for businesses of all sizes, RSM Ad Manager is self-serve and simple. Get a $250 ad credit to get started, and your audio can be produced at no extra cost. Visit grow.rogersportsandmedia.com for details.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the third quarter. And Jonesy, the Raptors will have some work to do after giving up 66 in the first half, including 38 in the second quarter. But more importantly, if I were to tell you that Barrett, Barnes, and Quickly, Barbecue would have 13, 13, and 11, and the Raptors would be shooting 50% as a team with two-thirds of their points coming in the paint, I think you would probably say, that sounds pretty goody.
Yeah.
Raptors outscored by 33 on the perimeter. They are 1 for 10 from distance, make it 1 of 11 as they start the second half with a missed triple from Barnes.
And a lot of the threes on the perimeter came from proper inside out by the Bucks. Giannis getting in and pitching out.
Like that.
Like that one.
As Lillard hits a three.
And the thing is, you obviously want to help on Giannis because you see it. Jason Goldenberg right on it. Scotty was clear of the timeline. tried to dribble handoff to Quickly, who was coming hard up the far side, but he was behind the line, so it's an over and back.
Third over and back in the game. I would argue we don't see 3 in a season from some teams. In a game. And we're only a minute into the second half. Lopez to Giannis to Lillard. Look like the Globetrotters out there right now, the way they're whipping that ball around. Lopez catches, fires on the near sideline, missed the triple, and flying in out of nowhere to take it away from Grady Dick was Jackson. Possession for the Bucks, behind the back pass. Giannis to Jackson to Prince, and that one was tipped up on the rim. It's going to be an offensive cylinder interference. One official called one, and the other called something else.
Tyler Ford said it was it was goaltending, and it's a basket.
It is being called no basket.
And it was a Milwaukee player that actually had the hand up on the basket.
And it looks like when that ball went out of bounds, there might have either been some blood on it, or did somebody spill a drink on it? It looked red. I'm thinking blood, but who knows? Either way, we got a new ball. Jakob Poeltl will get set to inbound from the near side. He tosses it in with the Raptors trailing 69-47. It's a 22-point lead for Milwaukee. Raptors haven't even hit 50 points yet. We're 90 seconds into the third quarter. They got to start picking things up here. Quickly out to Barrett, wing far side, 3-ball, no good. Toronto, 1 of 12 from distance. Giannis, double team, far wing, gets by Barnes and quickly drives to the 10, missed the scoop, and standing in, waiting for the charge, was R.J. Barrett. Took it right in the chest from Giannis.
Nice job. That's how you help, right? Don't come off Giannis so he can pitch it out to somebody. Keep pursuing him on the way to the basket. Help at the rim, not from guys coming back.
Grady in the paint, stops on a dime, went left, came back right, floated up a one-hander, missed. He's 0 of 3 in the ballgame, scoreless in 15 minutes of action. Lillard lost the handle, and a little bit of pressure maybe from Grady, but either way, Lillard just took his eyes off the ball, lost it on the near sideline, coughs it up for the 11th time. That actually matches Toronto's 11 turnovers. There are so many numbers that you could twist and turn right now and say Toronto should be in this game, and yet they're down by 22.
You sound like my stats prof. You beat the numbers, they'll say exactly what you want.
Grady just missed again on the other end. A 25-foot triple, no good. 0 of 4 in the ballgame for Grady Dick. And now Milwaukee coming back the other way. They bait Barnes into a reach-in foul out toward the perimeter. That'll be the second foul of the game on Scotty Barnes. And now Giannis is going to check out of the ballgame. I think it might have been his blood that got on the ball earlier. And now he's got a cut on his right hand. So after dealing with the finger issue earlier in the ballgame, he came out in the second half with the finger not taped up. And now it is. And there's actually blood from Giannis, fair decent amount as well, on the left rib cage side of the jersey of Grady Dick. I don't know if Dick's aware of it or not, but
well, I'm sure once the officials become aware of it, they'll have to get back there. And Raptors head equipment manager,
his finger is bleeding a lot.
Yeah, it's
and
bleeding
Giannis
through the tape.
Keeps wiping the blood on his shorts. So there's blood on his game shorts. There's blood on his knee sleeve. And he's coming back out still wearing the shorts, still wearing the sleeve.
I'm surprised. The NBA...
And Grady's still got the blood in his jersey, too.
The NBA usually makes you... change the shirt.
Dame Lillard going over to Giannis Antetokounmpo, saying a few things in his ear. And Scotty Barnes gets right in there. And now there's blood on the arm of Jakob Poeltl. He takes a towel from one of the ball attendants, wipes the blood off his arm, and now there's blood on the floor as well that the crew is trying to clean up and get off the floor. Doesn't seem like the officials are concerned at all about the uniform, Jonesy, just the skin and the hardwood. Play resumes with the Bucks leading by 22. And now a double dribble on Giannis. Doc Rivers hates the call. Giannis doesn't understand it either. And the Raptors will quickly inbound from the near side. 69-47. Milwaukee in charge. 2:20 gone by here, third quarter. Barnes in the paint, into the near corner to Emmanuel quickly. Missed the three. 1 of 14 for the Raptors. That's 7.1%. Lillard over on the wing to Lopez. Far side, hands it back to Lillard. Driving down toward the baseline. Far side jumper is good. Up and over Grady Dick, and the lead increases to 24. Barrett, near side. Got a step on Prince. Comes along the baseline, fires out to Grady for three, missed it. 0 for 5. Grady Dick, Raptors 1 of 15, but Barrett gets the offensive rebound and floats it up and in toward that far baseline.
That's good. That's what Raptors need, but they need some turnovers and some stops also right now.
8:42 to go, and Milwaukee just turned the ball over. Here in this third quarter, the Raptors come back the other way. Barrett into the far corner. Grady keeps shooting and finally get one to go down. His first of the ball game, only the second triple for the Raptors as a team, but they're trying to make a bit of a run here.
Well, they make it with some stops.
Little mini 5-0 run. Can they get another stop to Jonesy's point right here? Prince, 3-ball far wing, no good. Grady battling against Jackson, can't get the rebound. It's out to Giannis, to Lillard. 3 is good.
Offensive rebound. Chance for a putback with the defense scrambled. Tough to stop.
Lillard has a team-high, game-high 18. R.J. Barrett misses a 3 far side. A quick trigger and a miss for the Raptors. Milwaukee off the rebound, coming down the floor. Into the paint, Jackson far corner. Prince 3-ball, good. Timeout, Toronto.
Well, they've got Raptors so spread out right now. And, you know, when you miss a 3 or crank a quick one and it doesn't go, it really fuels the other team's break at the other end. And we're seeing that with Toronto.
Giannis has tied a season high with 12 assists, has only 7 points in the ball game, but his Bucks lead by 25 points with 7:49 to go in the third quarter. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
We'd rather sell it than count it. It's Vision's Electronics Inventory Clearout. TVs, appliances, home audio, and more. All heavily discounted until it's gone. And we'll beat any price by 15% of the difference guaranteed. Plus, you save even more when you pick up in store. And take up to 3 years to pay interest-free. Vision's Electronics Inventory Clearout is on right now. See all the deals at visions.ca.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 77-52. Raptors trailing by 25. Again, it's Indigenous Heritage Night here at Scotiabank Arena. The Raptors, unfortunately, not putting up much of a fight right now against the Milwaukee Bucks. And Jonesy, question for you.
Okay.
Darko addressed this a little bit in the pregame. He was asked about having a healthy roster for the first time tonight. Not just a healthy starting five, all 18 players available. I mean, obviously without the 3 that aren't in uniform. And he said there are going to be some nights where some veterans don't play based on matchups or based on minutes. There's going to be some nights where rookies don't play based on matchup, based on minutes, etc. So it's a learning curve for Darko as well. But should I be surprised at all that in this ball game we have not yet seen a guy like Davion Mitchell? I mean, we haven't seen Chris Boucher either, or Jonathan Mobile, but no Davion Mitchell in a game where maybe you could use his tenacious defense?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but, I mean, Darko did say that, right? Some guys won't get minutes.
Barnes, free throw line, jumper is good. Great job by the Raptors to stay with the play. Quickly had his shot blocked, but the Raptors got the rebound, kept the possession going, and it netted a bucket for Barnes. Toronto still down big. Got to try and make a muscle here. We haven't even hit the midway point of the third, and they just did get a steal. Turning it over, down the floor, Barnes got by Giannis and finished with a left-hand scoop to lay it in off the pass from Barrett.
Nice job. That's the defense feeding the offense. You need some of those easy yet quick strike buckets to get back into this game.
Lillard turns, fires, bucket is good on a triple. They call a foul on Quickly as well, and it's a 4-point opportunity coming for Damian Lillard.
Boy, I didn't think there was a whole lot of contact there. Yet, Lillard's going to get the benefit of a free throw.
Lillard takes a deep breath, fires the free throw, and a 4-point play has allowed the Bucks to increase their lead back up to 25. It's 81-56. 6:43 to go in the game. Barrett, while dribbling the ball, literally jumps up in the air, stomps his feet. I'm not sure who he was mad at. It might have been Grady Dick missing an assignment or missing the play. I'm not sure. But Barrett was extremely frustrated right there. Lopez left alone in the heart of the lane, catches the pass wide open, flicks his wrist on a 10-foot floater.
You can't have the wide open ones. You're not into the business of trading right now if you're Toronto. You can't. You've got to get quality trip every time and a score, and you need stops.
Raptors won't be trading here as they just missed on the other end. They just simply want to get a stop. Bucket here would be the largest lead of the game for Milwaukee. Giannis to Lopez, back to Giannis, driving on Pirtle, kisses it off glass with the layup. It's a 27-point lead. And it looks like there's confusion and frustration on the floor right now. Scotty just turned to Darko, palms to the sky, and was pointing out another one of his teammates saying, "What's this? What's the assignment?"
Well, and this is what we talked about at the beginning. It's probably going to get better before it gets worse now that you have your starters back.
You mean worse before it gets better?
Worse before it gets better because you got your starters back, but they haven't played together. Assignments are different.
85-61. Raptors did just get a triple from RJ on the other end. Bucks have Prince on the baseline, and he finds Jackson, who gets the friendly roll. He fired it off glass. It looked like it was going to rim out, but it somehow toileted right back into the tin.
Milwaukee 8 of 10 this quarter.
Brady missing a triple far sideline, standing rebound to Lillard, and another chance to add more to those gaudy numbers Jonesy just gave you. 87-61, 26-point lead, make it 29 on a triple far sideline from Damian Lillard.
Nothing you can do about that. He got into his bag, hit him with the step back, and that was it.
25 in the ball game now for Lillard. He's the leading scorer on either side. Giannis Antetokounmpo is 1 point shy of a triple-double. He's got a season-high 13 assists. Milwaukee is shooting 59% as a team, and they are laying it on thick here in TO. I'm going to double-check something here, Jonesy. Don't make me do the math, but 21 of 33 Milwaukee since the end of the first quarter. Barrett down toward the block on the near side on the baseline, fired it up and high off glass, got it to go.
Tough shot, really tough shot. Tough make by RJ.
90-63. Lillard around a Portis screen, bounces it back to Portis, who got a step on Pirtle. Into the lane, fires over on the far side to Giannis. holding the ball with 4:19 to go in the quarter. Now trying to drive on Barnes. Turns, fires, jumper no good. High for the rebound. It's R.J. Barrett with his 8th. He's had a solid ball game.
Yeah, Scotty's been up for the challenge, too. He's played Giannis hard. He's played hard against him. And the thing is, like I said, I think at times there was overhelp by the Raptors. Scotty kind of had him under control. Giannis is driving. Okay, make Giannis finish over you. Scotty's got size and length. But the minute somebody doubles back to dig or help, Giannis says, oh, I got a three-point shooter, and he's kicking it out to guys who can make threes. Taurean Prince, Damian Lillard, Gary Trent Jr., A.J. Green. These guys can make threes, so it's not your conventional, just jack up the threes the way some of the others are playing in the NBA.
Running floater good for Jamal Shed, who just came into the ball game, turned the corner into the paint. On the far side, floated up a one-hander from 10 feet, got it to go. Raptors still down big. It's 90-65. Rollins, nothing happening there on the far side, goes out on the perimeter to Portis, to Jackson, cross-court, right to left, over on the far side to Green. Bobbled it, lost it, picked up by the Raptors. Can they convert off the turnover? Pull-up, triple, Shed, no good. Crashing in for the rebound, Barrett missed it. He was hit from behind, actually, by Jackson, no foul. But it's going to go off Jackson out of bounds. It'll be Raptor ball 14 on the shot clock.
This game is being played a different way, huh? 3-on-2, and you get a pull-up 3 above the break. You're down 25. I guess, different philosophies. Give me a 2.
It's a different philosophy, but it's not the wrong one.
No, it's the current one.
I'm saying yours is wrong.
No, mine is old.
I'm
the
saying
old
yours
one.
isn't wrong.
Mine is the old one.
I'd rather have the old school. Olynyk just got fouled on an up fake by Green, who got caught midair, and smartly Olynyk saw the contact coming, braced for impact, and then threw the ball up at the rim trying to get the and one. His shot rolled off the side of the rim, so it's going to be 2 free throws instead, as Olynyk will go to the line looking for his first points of the evening. Scoreless in 6 minutes in the first half. 0 for 2 from the floor, but now 1 of 1 at the stripe. 3:34 to go in the third quarter. Raptors down 90-66. Milwaukee just a game over 500 this year, but they have dealt with a lot of injuries, a lot of inconsistency. They seem to hit their stride right around the in-season tournament. They've dipped a little bit since, but still locked into a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference playoff picture. Again, at 17-16, they are the 5th seed. They just turned it over again, though. Shed takes the ball away down the floor to a cutting Kelly Olynyk, who lays it in, and the Raptors get it done on the defensive end.
Well, Jamal Shed, you talked about Davion Mitchell.
Yep.
Jamal Shed's come in and kind of changed the tenor of the game a little bit. Still a 22-point lead, but Doc Rivers hoping to put out any little sparks that might be going with the timeout.
90-68, Raptors trailing with 3:15 to go in the third on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Orthotics!
Footwear!
Orthotics!
Footwear!
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or pickles and syrup.
Is that a thing?
PB&J.
Pickles and syrup!
Oh, boy.
Kintec footwear and orthotics.
That's the third lowball offer on my car.
You should try North Toronto Auction. It's quick and easy. They even advertise and help you price it.
Okay.
I use them. Once my car was sold, they collected the money and transferred the ownership. I didn't have to worry about anything.
So I just bring my car to them?
Yep. It's the safest and easiest way to sell your car.
NorthTorontoAuction.com. We will get your car sold.
Next live public auction is January 24th and 25th.
Scott McGilvery here. Noise from surrounding units can be an issue when it comes to condos. That's why I use DMX One Step 2.0. Its high sound rating ensures your floors are quiet and comfortable. DMX One Step 2.0 can be laid under most types of flooring, and it couldn't be easier to use. Installation requires no carpentry tools, and it's a breeze when it comes to cutting around kitchen cabinets. DMX One Step 2.0. No mold, no cold. Find it at Home Depot and Rona.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 3:15 to go in the third quarter. All right, Jones, I'm going to do it again for those that might have just tuned in. Can you pretend for a second that you've got like temporary amnesia? Or you're just tuning in for the first time. You weren't actually calling the first half of the game. If I were to tell you with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter that Giannis, even though he's flirting with a triple-double, that Giannis had 9 points. Milwaukee had 16 turnovers, more than the Raptors, leading to 18 points off turnovers, more than the Raptors. RJ Barrett had 22 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists on 10 of 15. Scotty Barnes was 8 of 15 for 17 points, 3 assists. Raptors were shooting 48% and 42 points in the paint, outscoring Milwaukee in the paint, almost double, with second chance points dead even, and leading in the fast break by 10. Would you not say, all right, so how much are the Raptors winning by?
Yeah, or how close is the game?
The Raptors are down by 24. How? Why?
Giannis with another dunk. Well,
and now a triple-double.
Because Milwaukee's outscoring them by 14 three balls.
It's one carry to 2.
42. Yeah, like it's...
Corner 3, Bruce Brown, no good. Rebound to the Bucks.
But I'll say this, Milwaukee's not going crazy with the threes. They're shooting good ones that are open, and they're getting them from paint touches.
Like this one right here.
And ball movement.
And
like
another
that
one good
for
Gary Trent Jr.
Like that started with a paint touch, collapse a D. Classic. Nick Nurse used to talk about a drive, kick, swing. And man, they have sucked all the air out of this building.
They are shooting a hair under 60% from the floor, 59.6 to be exact, and 56% from distance. 18 of 32. Former Raptor Gary Trent bearing the triple moments ago with 13 points in 15 minutes off the bench. 95-68. It's a 27-point lead for Milwaukee. Their largest lead was 29. Jamal Shed was fouled on a drive to the tin, and now he is cut on the right hand. And he's got to be tended to by the training staff before he shoots his free throws. Now it looks like it might have actually been a shot to the nose. He had blood on his hand from wiping his nose, and now he's trying to get the blood stopped with a towel as he stands in front of the Raptor bench. Again, 95-68 is the score. It has been a grind, to say the least, for the Raptors in this ballgame. As the brief homestand comes to an end tonight, the Raptors will hit the road for 3 straight. Again, a busy week with 4 games in 6 nights. The back-to-back coming up on Wednesday, Thursday, and then the Raptors will play again on Saturday with games against New York, Cleveland, and then Detroit in that Saturday night affair. They'll see the same Bucks team in just under 2 weeks in Milwaukee on Friday the 17th.
New York and Cleveland, nothing to mess with. I mean, Cleveland has been fantastic this year.
Cavaliers riding the high of a 10-game winning streak right now, their second 10-game streak of the season. They are 31-4, the number 1 record in the NBA.
And by the way, is Oklahoma City going to lose again at some point?
They've won 15 in a row at 30-5, just 1 game behind those Cavaliers that I just talked about. Raptors down 95-69. Looked like they just forced a turnover, but instead they're going to call a foul on Jacoby Walters.
No, they're going to call a violation on Kelly Olynyk.
No, I apologize.
For punching the ball. It's a violation to punch the ball. And when Portis turned, Olynyk knocked it out of his hand, and they said it was on a punch.
I saw the 4 and the 1. I thought it was 14, not 41, but you were right on top of it, Jonesy. Olynyk hates the call. But it's not going to change as the Bucks inbound. Taurean Prince has it right in front of us on the near sideline. Goes back at the logo to Rollins. Deep triple late in the clock. Off glass. Missed it. Picked up by Bruce Brown. Raptors down the floor. Driving, keeping it himself. Bruce Brown got the layup to go and one. And it's a 3-point opportunity coming for Bruce Brown.
Yeah. Good job by Bruce, but better defense to lead to that long 3 ball. by Rollins that was off, and it was actually the first pass in the fast break for Toronto. One of those little known rules, Eric, about punching the ball, and in the NBA, if you throw it or kick it into the stands. Some of you youngsters, go and Google Chuck Person. Have I already said that one? Go and Google Chuck Person.
The rifleman, I'm not sure.
The rifleman. Again, he's playing for Indiana in Chicago against the Jordan Bulls. Referee made, in what was his eyes, a horrific call. And he took the ball, and I wish I knew the name of the Bills punter, but I don't see him very often.
That's very true. Very true. Please just don't talk about Tyler Bass, their kicker.
Well, anyway, he did a Ray Guy. Just punted the ball into the upper deck of the United Center. Or maybe it was Chicago Stadium back then. Who knows? And that's when they changed that rule. But there's all these little known rules.
Giannis has checked out of the ball game again for the Bucks as that pinky finger continues to bleed, and it's being tended to by the training staff for Milwaukee after the free throws for Toronto, or the free throw, I should say, for Bruce Brown. Milwaukee inbounded the ball and quickly got it down the floor, and Jamal Shed just picked up the foul on a driving Rollins, so now Rollins is going to head to the stripe for 2 free throws. I have never seen in my almost 30 years of calling games, and you're there, Jonesy, I have never seen the equipment staff visit the scorer's table and exchange balls and clean basketballs and bring out new balls and then old balls more than I have in this game tonight.
After Giannis nicked his pinky on the rim, it's not like he's not going to touch the ball.
Yeah. Jacoby Walter, 3-ball for the Raptors. It goes down for the youngster. Raptors trailing 97-75 with just over a minute to go in the third quarter. Out at the logo, Lopez was looking to hand to Rollins. Instead, dribbled toward the near side, gave it to Prince. Prince back to Portis inside the arc. On the near side, now going at Ochai. Trying to use that size, backed him down toward the block, and kissed it off glass on a turnaround one-hander.
That's a tough shot by Portis, because that was really good D by Ochai.
Under a minute to go, 99-75, triple, far sideline, no good. Quick trigger for the Raptors. They get the offensive rebound, kick it out to Shed. He missed that one. Into the far corner to Bruce Brown. Third time's the charm. Let's see. Brown curls into the paint off a screen set by Olynyk. Gave it up to Ochai, to Jacoby Walter, to Brown. Shot clock down to 4. He's now on the near side. Passes over to Ochai, far side. 3-ball, back rim, no good. Olynyk diving in there, knocked it off Prince, out of bounds. That should be Toronto ball. Kelly hit that ball off Taurean Prince. It's a terrible call. It's clear as day. 99-75.
Well, Tyler Ford saying, putting his hand to his chin. Well, if Olynyk hit him in the chin, then call the foul.
Yeah. Rollins around a screen. It's illegal. Wipe it out. Lopez was moving. He knew it right away. He was frustrated by that one.
That's one that somebody's taught the guards. Fight over the screen, and if there's any contact, you're going to get a foul.
Olynyk, 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Fires the pass into the near corner. Ochai, no good. And the Raptors end the quarter down 24, and for the game, they are 4 of 26 from distance. They have 4 fewer field goals on 8 more attempts. And yet they trail by 24 because they've been outscored on the perimeter by 42.
Welcome to today's NBA.
99-75.
Where volume 3s are the order of the day.
It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century. That's how Gary fans. And we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is...
What's up, basketball fans? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight for the Raptors and the Chicago Bulls. Now is the time. Please let us know where you're watching from. Let's see where everybody is gathered up here to cheer. What's up, Raptors fans, basketball fans? Thank you for hanging out with us. Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight during the Raptors game. We the North. We the North. Let's go, Raptors. All right, the optimism might be a bit much given how the team's doing. But welcome in and thanks for hanging out with us and cheering on your favorite team. Hopefully it's the Raptors. Now let's get back to the basketball. Hit that subscribe button, turn the bell on so you don't miss it when we go live for every single Raptors game. Let's go, Raptors!
Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 99-75, Raptors trailing by 24 as we get set to start this final frame. Raptors shooting 4 of 26 from distance. Milwaukee 18 of 33. Dame Lillard alone has more 3 balls than the Raptor team. 5 of 18. And he's got a game-high, team-high 25 points. Milwaukee starts the fourth quarter with a bucket on a layup from Rollins. Ryan Rollins increases the lead for Milwaukee as they can probably cruise here in the fourth quarter, but we'll see if the Raptors can put up a fight. Prince to Portis. On the near side, Portis trying to work against Bruce Brown. Portis goes cross-court over to Rollins in the far corner. Cut off on the baseline by Quickly, finds Prince on the sideline. Hoists the 3 ball, missed it. Nice box out down low by Bruce Brown on Bobby Portis.
Brown plays with a lot of activity, a lot of energy, and you got to love that if you're Toronto.
Quickly to Barnes. And Scotty in the heart of the lane goes up and under the tin to lay it in from 2 feet. Raptors down 101-77. Scotty with 19 points in the ballgame. Driving, far side, left-hand scoop, good. Rollins.
That kid looks good.
He does.
He looks really good tonight.
Off the bench, he's got 10 on 4 of 6 shooting.
But has not taken any
bad shots.
Ill-advised shots, yeah.
Jumper just below the far elbow, no good for Scotty. 103-77. Gary Trent Jr. over to Lopez on the near side. Lopez looking to hand it off, and he does to Prince. Prince covered by Brown. Equipment staff back again, handing off another basketball to media relations guru Phil Summers. And another bucket for the Bucks. This one from Gary Trent Jr. enjoying his return to Toronto, and the Raptors just turned the ball over.
RJ tried to take it into the lane, and Lopez, there's the size of these big guys.
Portis 3 balls good. The lead is 31. With 9:59 to go in the ball game, I might have to start putting up allegations of Deflategate with all these balls that have been coming into the game. Maybe that's why Milwaukee's doing what they're doing. I'm calling a conspiracy, Jonesy. It's 108-77 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head. Beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew. Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
We are summer. Are you ready?
It's coming soon. North America's largest indoor boat show. The Toronto International Boat Show. Check out the world's largest indoor lake for boaters. Wakeboard championships, water ski shows, glow-in-the-dark boating, and more. January 18th to 26th at the Enercare Center.
We are summer. Are you ready?
We are summer.
Toronto Boat Show.
Visit TorontoBoatShow.com.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, 108-77. Milwaukee blowing out the Raptors right now. It's a 31-point lead with Milwaukee leading by 61 points. It's been a grind, to say the least, in the first game of the season with the Raptors starting five intact. $9:59 to go in the ballgame. Raptors inbound and quickly will bring it across center. Out toward the far side. Now goes cross court over to Barrett. Barrett inside the arc, whips the pass. Far sideline to Scotty. Driving on Portis, lost the handle and just dribbled it, bobbled it out of his fingertips.
Those are mistakes. I know you're down a bunch right now.
In the back door, catching it and finishing is Brook Lopez.
Rollins with a great pass.
Yeah.
But those are the ones that'll show up in a close game. So you just have to eliminate those no matter what the score is.
Well, the Raptors have had fewer turnovers, and given up fewer points off turnovers tonight as Barrett hits a three ball in front of the Milwaukee bench. 110-80, 30-point lead. It's been a quiet crowd tonight, and understandably so. Lopez hands it off to Rollins, cut off at the far elbow by Bruce Brown. They pass it out to Lopez, who flicks it over to Prince. Prince now drives down Main Street, runs into Pirtle, comes down with the ball, and that's a travel.
Nice job by the Raptors collapsing again. Barrett continues to pursue the ball handler who got past him, trying to recover, but the help comes from in the lane. It doesn't come from somebody outside of the lane where they can pitch it out to get somebody a three.
8:45 to play. Barrett just had the ball knocked away by Prince. Another Raptor turnover. Portis to Rollins, near sideline in front of the Raptor bench. Air ball picked up by Toronto. Across center, far side comes Bruce Brown. Up top to Pirtle, the trailer. Pirtle slowing things down. The spacing not great. Now finally the Raptors spread it out. Barnes in the heart of the lane to Quickly. Quickly turns, fires from the baseline far side, and missed the jumper. Not a great look there for Quickly. 3 of 10 in the ball game.
Didn't think he had his balance either.
11 points. Wide open, straight away. Lopez rips the cords for a fourth time tonight. The big man with 16 to go along with 4 assists and 4 rebounds.
Milwaukee usually makes 14 threes a game. They've made 20 tonight, and the meter's still going.
Pirtle gets a dunk on the other end for Toronto, so trading a 3 for a 2. But at this point, it's not necessarily mattering with the Raptors down 31. They got to get stops here. The Bucks are shooting over 61%, and it will increase right now as Portis hits a jumper on the baseline far side over Scotty Barnes. Bucks in the midst of an 18-7 run. And now Pirtle catches and finishes on a scoop on an entry pass from Scotty Barnes. Raptors shooting 47%, but down 31. Stays that way as the triple is no good for Portis from the far wing. Down the floor, Bruce Brown denied at the rim by Brook Lopez, and the Bucks pick up the ball. Off the stop, we'll see what they can do. Gary Trent Jr. fires the pass on the sideline, far sideline to Portis. Portis being covered by Pirtle. Now inside the arc, trying to work against Yak. Goes up top to Trent, skips into the jumper, the triple no good. Barnes with the rebound will bring it across center. Just the second rebound of the game for Scotty. And he gets into the paint, floats it up and in over Lopez. Raptors down 115-86.
That being said, Milwaukee hasn't exactly missed a lot of shots, but the Bucks out rebounding Toronto big too. That's another issue tonight.
39-26.
Yeah.
Bruce Brown just picked up a foul, and he's going to immediately check out of the ballgame.
That was one of my keys at the beginning of the game, too, when I talked about the rebounding. Toronto, on paper anyway, a better rebounding team than Milwaukee, numbers-wise, but not tonight.
And now we've got a timeout on the floor with 6:36 to go in the ballgame. 115-86. Milwaukee leads on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask. Put on your beach puffer and hear the sound of the...
What's up, Raptors fans, basketball fans from all over the world? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight for the Toronto Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh boy, I don't know how I feel about this one tonight. It was a good start to 2025 with the victory over the Nets, but against the Magic, not so much. Let's see if we can get back on track and bring some of that optimism for the new year that Scotty Barnes was talking about post-game on New Year's Day. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit that like button down below. Share the link out so we can get more We the North Raptors fans and basketball fans here hanging out with us, chatting it up. Thank you all. We'll see you back in the chat. Go Raps, go.
90, The Fan.
Back at Scotiabank Arena, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. The dance back out there doing their thing. With 6:36 to go in the fourth quarter. And the Raptors down 115-86. Raptors heading to New York, Cleveland, and Detroit to close out this week before they come back home.
Hey, how about the Detroit Pistons? Did they win tonight, or are they winning tonight?
I'll let you know.
They are one win from being at...
Yep.
They won? They are a 500 basketball team right now.
118-115 over the Portland Trailblazers.
See Chauncey Billups at the Lions game last night?
I did not.
Big Shot, yep.
I did not.
Kate Cunningham is balling.
32 points in the ballgame tonight with 9 assists, 6 rebounds.
He was over
26 for Tim Hardaway Jr.
He was over 30 the other night. And
hey, Portland shot 53% and lost.
The Detroit Pistons are a 500 team.
I miss going to Detroit for their press room, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Little Caesar's pizza. Little deep dish. Some crazy bread.
And everything.
Jonesy going back for seconds and thirds.
Not just with the pizza, though. They got, like, the wings going.
They got wings, they cookies. Salad, but whatever. Every once in a while, you can give up the salad.
Hot meal, like, it was...
It's a nice arena, too, all joking aside about the food. The arena itself is nice. If you have a chance to get to Detroit, and some folks, not that I'm working for the Detroit Chamber of Commerce, but some folks might be like, oh, I don't know, Detroit, really, especially downtown. It's been rejuvenated a lot over the last, I'd say, 5, if not 10 years. And I've quite enjoyed it. In fact, I've actually done a couple of weekends away with the family to Detroit. Grady Dick, far sideline with a sidestep triple. He's had a rough night tonight, but trying to get things going here late fourth quarter. Maybe that can carry over into Toronto's next game in New York. Pat Connaughton seeing his first action of the night. Strange to see him not play more, especially on a night when Milwaukee was playing without Chris Middleton, but that just speaks to the depth that the Bucks have. Gary Trent Jr. hits another bucket. A 21-footer is good. Trent with 17 points in 23 minutes off the bench, 6 of 9. And this is the kind of return you love having against one of your former teams. Liam Robbins out there now for the Milwaukee Bucks, along with Beauchamp. Connaughton and Rollins. Raptors see Grady Dick miss from 14 feet. Milwaukee comes away with the ball. Rollins above the far elbow. Stops on a dime. The lefty release, no good. Rebound to Jamal Shed. 5:25 to go in the ball game. It's 117-89. Grady Dick driving on the near side. Cut off on the baseline by Connaughton. And they're going to call a little touch foul on Pat Connaughton. Keep the ball with the Raptors. Sideline out of bounds. 17 on the shot clock.
Well, Grady's staying aggressive. I'll give him that.
You mentioned the Detroit Lions. What a decisive win it was last night for the Lions to secure the #1 seed in the NFC. The NFL playoffs going this weekend. And the best news, the Bills play on Sunday and the Raptors don't. So I will be glued to my couch and television. I'm not going to Buffalo.
Sundays, there's 3 good games on Sunday.
It's going to be fantastic.
Philly and Philly games at 4 o'clock, right?
Philly and the Packers. And Christian Watson done for the season. That's a big blow for the Green Bay Packers. Speaking of Milwaukee and Wisconsin and Green Bay.
And then the knockdown drag-out special to end the night. Baltimore and Pittsburgh again.
Far corner, Grady Dick, 3-ball catch and shoot. All right. I said carry some momentum, Jonesy. Why not?
Well, there's no such thing as garbage time. Only time to get well or to demonstrate, show what you have.
Pat Connaughton the other way, scoops it up and in, high off glass, got it to go. We trade buckets back and forth here with the Bucks still shooting 61%, leading by 29. Mobo in the lane, lost the ball, gets it back, fires out on the perimeter to Jacoby Walter. Shot clock down to 9. Walter going to take a deep one from straight away. Missed badly. He thought he was hit, didn't get the call, and Milwaukee grabs the rebound. Rollins has it for the Bucks. Cut off by Mobo, fires over on the near side, and that pass was deflected and into the baseline. It'll stay with the Bucks with 3:56 to go in the ballgame. And another former Raptor, DeLon Wright, will check in for the first time. Wright inbounds. Got it to Robbins, hands off to Connaughton, trying to toe the line on the near sideline. A bit of a bump from Mobo, and they called a foul against Mobo with 3:52 to go. Robbins trying to give it up at the free throw line. And he did, but unfortunately for the Bucks, it was a turnover. Umude couldn't come up with it. And it goes out of bounds onto the baseline. Grady Dick at the free throw line. Elevates for the jumper. The rear contest and the block from DeLon Wright. Picked up, though, by Shed. Over to Walter. Walter at the free throw line. Leaned in, got the bucket, late whistle, and one opportunity coming for Jacoby Walter.
Nice job by Jacoby. Good body control. Again, minutes to use if you're a youngster. I know there's 3.5 minutes in. You're down by 27, but keep playing. Chance for you to practice.
Deep one for Grady, no good off the missed free throw. The Raptors kept the possession alive, and they actually keep the possession going as they got another offensive rebound off Grady's miss. Driving to the tin, scooped it up, and Jacoby Walter's shot was blocked. That was Beauchamp that got his hand on that one. But now Milwaukee turns it over on the other end as Robbins gave it up. 121-94. Shed drove. He thought he got hit. Didn't get the call. Milwaukee picks up the loose ball. 3 minutes to go here. With Milwaukee leading large, they're going to pick up their 18th win of the season. Raptors will fall to 8-28. A 3-ball, no good on an air ball for Beauchamp. And now Mobo back the other way, fouled at the tin. He's going to go to the free throw line. I guess if you sit courtside, Jonesy, like front row courtside,
yeah,
you probably don't have to worry about money. This has nothing to do with the game, but I'm just looking in two dudes sitting right near the Milwaukee bench. just had food delivered with 2:45 left in a game that the Raptors are losing by almost 30.
Yeah.
Like, how about waiting 5 minutes and just going to a restaurant and not paying concession prices? Let alone courtside concession prices? Am I wrong?
Well, as you said.
Hey, more power to you. You got that money?
You got that
Let
cake.
it rain.
You got that cake. Run with it.
Uncle Eric could use a little loan maybe. Or just a gift. 121-96. Connaughton with the scoop, missed it. Robbins tried to put it back up and in, and he was denied at the tin by Ochai with a big swat. Connaughton will now inbound, gets it to Robbins. Hands it off to DeLon Wright. Wright now backing up towards center court. As we got shouted out by some fan walking behind us.
It's a good thing it was just shouting us out.
And a triple for Mobo is good. The one thing I do respect from the shoutout, you know I've always hated Smitty. I think it's a lazy nickname for somebody with Smith. It was Jonesy and Mr. Smith. I got the Mr. Smith. A little sign of respect there. I forgot to ask him if he had any money, though. I said I was taking loans and handouts. My guys courtside to my left are really enjoying that food, though. I don't know what they got, but they're chowing down there. 1:55 to go. 121-99. And now Shed falls hard to the floor, right under the tin. He's going to take the foul. He's trying to make the defensive play on Robbins and the big man, and trying to elevate to the rim. Stopped for a moment, and Shed got caught midair and then came down on Robbins' back and landed awkwardly. Looks like he's going to play through it right now. Doc Rivers coming over to the scores table and sharing a laugh and a few words with public address announcer Herbie Kuhn.
All you want if you're Doc Rivers is, let's get this game over with. Let's get out of here. I don't need a major injury.
Another up fake from Robbins. Grady Dick went flying by and had the presence of mind to stick out his left hand, and he still got the steal. Raptors back the other way. Thought they had a Jacoby Walter triple, but he stepped out of bounds on the far side. And right now, this is like old school Raptors from about 15 years ago. The fans are buzzing because they need one more point for pizza. A free slice if they hit 100.
And in the words of Stan Van Gundy when he was coaching Orlando.
I haven't heard of Stan in a while, Jonesy.
Stan said, I thought that was a 27-point shot that might have tied the game.
The best impression still, though, is Phil Jackson. It's not his voice. It's just his body language.
It's a silent one.
That's one we got to do on, like, Instagram or something.
The Charlie Chaplin.
Or maybe we got to bust out a little TikTok for you, Jonesy. I hear that's all the rage.
Well, Stan Van Gundy's the only coach to be fined in the third quarter interview. I'll never forget that. National TV game. They were playing Cleveland in the Eastern Conference final, and they had Stan on the interview between the third and fourth quarters.
By the way, Grady Dick just got fouled, and I hear the pizza chant starting to buzz. Free throw's good. Time to feed the crowd. Yes. Stan Van Gundy.
And Stan Van Gundy said, Mikael Pietrus, former Raptor, well, later on Raptor, but he was with Orlando. He said, I thought Pietrus played him well, but surprisingly, LeBron got the call. And when it was all said and done, Stan had
That should not be a fine.
He got fined.
I remember that. And that's, I mean, some of the stuff we've heard and read after ball games, that is not a finable comment. Amude just hit a 3-ball for the Bucks after Grady Dick made good on the free throws. It's 125-101. Cross-court pass right to left. Shed over to Walter, now driving, cut off on the baseline, blows the tire, falls to the ground, and that's going to be a travel. 15 turnovers for the Raptors, 21 for the Bucks.
Got to play on balance and got to play off 2 feet. Can't kind of get ahead or off outside of your center of gravity.
DeLon Wright moving the ball around the perimeter of the Bucks now. It's over to Connaughton, back up top to Amude. Now trying to drive into the paint. They fire into the far corner, and DeLon Wright hits a triple back in his old stomping grounds of Toronto.
22 of 44 from distance for Milwaukee. They are, in terms of three-point percentage, number 2 in the NBA at 39, just a hair under 39%.
But they've made 8 more than their average of 14 a game. Shed over to Walter, far sideline, more like the wing, buried the 3 ball. And it's 128-104. It's a season-high 37 assists for the Milwaukee Bucks as they advance across center and dribble out the clock. Doc Rivers and Darko Rajakovic sharing pleasantries at center, as now Darko shakes hands with Darvin Ham as well. And now Darko sharing a few words with Gary Trent Jr. Toronto loses this ball game 128-104. And the Raptors will fall to 8-28 as they hit the road. We'll step aside for the break and come back and wrap things up, get set for post-game coverage on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Please remember that all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the National Hockey League, at 7 p.m., the Buffalo Sabres take on the Washington Capitals. You can hear the Sabres on SiriusXM Channel 91, Internet 922, while the Capitals can be heard on Internet 950. 7:30 p.m., the Montreal Canadiens play the Vancouver Canucks. You can hear the Canadiens on Sirius 208, XM 219, Internet 934, while the Canucks are at 9 p.m., the Colorado Avalanche play the Florida Panthers. The Avalanche are on Sirius 209, XM 220, Internet 926, and the Panthers are on Internet 931. At 10 p.m., the Seattle Kraken play the New Jersey Devils. You can hear the Kraken on Sirius XM Channel 91 and Internet 943, while the Devils are on Internet 936. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, stay tuned into Sirius XM NHL Network Radio on Channel 91 for the latest news, updates, and interviews. I'm Zach Crawford with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Monday, January 6th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the EPL, at 3 p.m., Wolverhampton versus Nottingham on SiriusXM, Channel 157. In the NBA, at 7 p.m., the Detroit Pistons play the Portland Trailblazers. Detroit is on Sirius 138, XM 213, Internet 888, while Portland is on Internet 904. 7 p.m., the 76ers take on the Phoenix Suns. Philadelphia can be heard on Sirius 137, XM 212, Internet 902, while Phoenix is on Internet 903. 7:30 p.m., the New York Knicks battle the Orlando Magic. The Knicks are on Sirius XM Channel 86 and Internet 899, while Orlando is on Internet 901. 7:30 p.m., the Brooklyn Nets play the Indiana Pacers. Brooklyn is on Sirius 139, XM 214, Internet 882, while Indiana is on Internet 891. 7:30 p.m., the Toronto Raptors play the Milwaukee Bucks. The Toronto Raptors are on Sirius XM Channel